Jordan,
Yes.
I have been waiting to discuss Skyshade with you for forever, and
yeah.
I just have so much to say. I have
Yeah.
so much to share with you.
Read Lightlark and Nightbane, and I want to read Skyshade, but I saw enough spoilers that I kind of got a little mad without even reading it. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that you spoil
Respectable.
it for me and that I want to then read it as a result.
Okay. I will
Okay.
try my best. Respectable. Before we dive into the spoiler of Skyshade, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more bookish content like this.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to spoil.
We are. If I could summarize this up in like a few sentences, like if I could just give this to you, it is almost like you're reading a wide shoes and you don't know that you're reading a wide shoes. Like it is the Bachelorette of fantasy romance. It is kind of a wide shoes, but it's not. And honestly, a little bit of character assassination, if we're just going to call it what we're going to call it.
See, that's what I was nervous about. That was the thing that I saw. And my biggest fear is that she sleeps with both of them.
Do you want that to be spoiled now, or do you want to
Let's go into
wait?
it. I think you should. Sell it to me, dude. Let's go.
So we pick up right where we left off in the last book, right? So everything just happened. The battle just happened. She does go off with Grim post-battle, like, of course, breaking Oro's heart. And oh my God, this is where it starts. Justice for Grim. I'm going to say it here and now. Justice for Grim. We spend the first 30% of this book with poor Grim being beaten to a pulp emotionally. Like, this poor man is out there. He's saying he loves her more than anything. He would sacrifice anything. He's talking about all that he sacrificed. He does do so much for her. And again, character assassination, because I loved Isla in the first two books.
Yeah.
She cannot make up her mind about literally anything this entire book. And she's literally Katy Perry with how hot and cold she is.
Cause you're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, then you're no.
Literally, that's her song. And manipulative. She's so manipulative. So she manipulates Grim for the first 30% of this book, like, where this poor man literally, like, she's his heart, but he's literally like, here is my heart, I love you, I would give you anything on a silver platter. And she's like, I don't know about that. We're only married, but I don't know about that. Now, I do want to ask you, at the end of Nightbane, are you Team Oro, if you remember, or Team Grim?
You and I were both Team Oro. You and I both said, I'm pretty sure almost verbatim, you and I both said at the end of Nightbane, we would probably pick Grim, but Oro was the right choice and what, like, real us would pick, right? Like, we know she's gonna pick Grim, but we would have picked Oro because he was kind of the good guy.
Okay,
Grim sent her into his hands, remember? And was like, I'm just going to let you guys hook up and do whatever, all for the sake of my army.
I don't remember that, Sheridan. I don't know her. I don't remember her.
You don't identify with her?
I don't identify with her anymore.
Oh, wow.
My thoughts have changed. We don't know. I think the biggest spoiler of this whole book is we went into it thinking we would know who she picks. You don't get resolution on that at all. In fact, until the final pages, she is sharing I love yous to both of them. To the final pages. She says I love you to both of them. She literally says at 80% of the book that her heart is cut in half and she loves both of them. She's married to Grim. She recognizes that. I'll take you through the chronological, because she marries him again. And then after that, she's still saying I love you to Oro. Okay.
She married him again and she still didn't pick?
She says she does it for ceremonial reasons, which is not wrong. But she makes the choice. She's like, I'll marry you again. He asks, oh my God, and it was so sweet. It was so cute. He's like, will you marry me again? And because Grim literally is like just so amazing as an MMC in this book. I was so mad at her treatment of Grim because of how amazing Grim is in this book. Talk about like sacrifice. Okay, but let's get into.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So, at the beginning of the book, she's in what is it? Nightshade, Nightbane? Why can't I remember?
Nightshade.
Nightshade.
I think.
And
You read the book, I
think it is
didn't.
Nightshade. And the plot line is that there's these crazy storms that are happening in Nightshade that have these creatures coming, and they're very dangerous. They're a lot of people, and they don't know where they're coming from, these creatures, and they don't know why all these storms are happening. So they kind of find out that they are coming through a portal, and these creatures are tied to these storms that are happening. They still don't know why the storms are happening, but they know with the storms the creatures come, and they're coming through a portal. So then she's left Oro. He's in Lightlark.
Right.
They're not communicating. She goes back and forth in her mind, and she's like, I'm going to work with Grim because we need to figure out like what's happening. She does care about the citizens of,
Right.
the Nightshades. She wants them to be okay. So then she starts to get these messages basically, and she finds out that these messages are from her old bestie that betrayed her, Aurora. And she is like, WTF, like, how did that happen? How am I getting these messages from the beyond, right? She meets this blacksmith that he flat out says, I'm from another world. I'm not from any of your worlds, but we don't find out what world. We don't know,
Okay.
but just a different world. This
I'm a
blacksmith, right?
surprise blacksmith. I just appeared. He's like
Boom.
he's like the NPC blacksmith who just appears when you need him the most.
Basically. So then, of course, she has strong emotional swings in her beliefs and her thoughts and who she cares about. So then she's like, oh my God, I spent all the other books being upset that I was powerless, but now I have my power and I'm happy, but I don't want this power anymore because it's done too much destruction, which I
A lot
get.
of people,
like,
right?
yes. So we can empathize with that. So she goes to the blacksmith. He gives her these rings that basically make her powerless again, right? Like take away her powers. But then what she starts to do, and I have quotes because there's quotes I want to read to you about like just how she breaks Grimm's heart and the stuff that he says to her. Like, again, I don't even associate with whoever liked Oro, whoever that Sheridan was. I don't recognize her anymore.
She's not real.
She's not real. And basically, which we kind of agreed with, Isla's argument is that, I loved you, Grim. We were married. You had me and you wiped my memories and you sent me
Yeah.
off to fall in love with someone else. She's not wrong.
Grim was wrong.
Yes, but we still love him because he's amazing in this book. So then the blacksmith takes her powers. So who does she go visit?
Grim. Oro.
Shrek. An ogre. Just kidding. His name is not Shrek.
This is my swamp.
Basically.
Get out of my swamp.
Basically. So she goes there and he's like, hey, what's up? Welcome. Like, but let me tell you. So she's got some questions for him. She asks Shrek, this ogre. He's unnamed, by the way. He's just ogre in the book. He doesn't have a name.
Ogre.
Ogre.
You over there, ogre.
He needs bones.
As one does. Girl, sometimes I need bones too. You don't read as much romance as we do and not need some bones.
Exactly. So he needs some bones. So then she's like, hey, this prophecy, right? Like, how long do I have to live? There's this prophecy that I have to one of my many lovers that I've got on deck. And
listen, I want a harem, okay? Is that on the table or is it not on the table?
You are so right. That's the word I was thinking of. It wasn't why choose. It was she wants to be in a reverse harem, which, you know what?
Why choose
no
the
judgment.
same thing?
True.
Because
That's
why
true.
choose?
That's very true. Why choose? She wants her reverse harem. Indeed. So then the ogre's like, sorry, but that's going to be very short-lived because you're going to die at the end of this storm season.
Right.
Like when these storms are over, get out of here, right? Like this is how long you have to
She's
live.
gonna die?
And yeah, like she's got till the end of the storm season, which is it like monsoon season?
Like,
Is
wait,
it
she's got till the end of the storm season to pick?
to live? She's dying.
No matter what.
She's dying. No matter who she picks, no matter what she doesn't, she's dying. It's part
Okay, why?
we don't know. Just this is what the ogre told
It's a
us.
rough
We don't know.
diagnosis. You're gonna die. Nah, we're not sure why.
At the end of the storm season.
Jury's out. Jury's out on cause of death. How do you quantify when storm season starts and ends?
Right. We don't know. So then the ogre's like, give me more bones and I'll continue to help you. So
For
she
sure.
goes on like vigilante Batman justice. And she starts going out in the middle of the night to kill bad people.
I'm Batman.
For their bones.
And she says there's a beast inside of her she basically needs to feed. Like this beast is telling her she needs to
bloodshed.
like, and basically. So she starts doing vigilante justice. She's out at night. She feels guilty about it, but obviously she justifies it with saying they're bad people. Then she meets a friend, another friend. Her next attempt at friendship, Saoirse. She's out there, they're bonding, and she works in like this tavern. Isla's trying to make another friend, which we know how the last time went,
Yeah,
right?
it's not going to pan out for her.
Not good. So then, during all of this time, people keep saying in Nightshade that they see a wildling destroying grave people, but it's not her. She doesn't think. Wait, hold on for this.
She doesn't think.
She doesn't think it's her. They think it's another traitor. So then she spends all this time thinking, who's this wildling traitor? She knows it's not her because she knows what she's doing. She's not doing that, right? She's vigilante justice to these bad people, but she's not doing this level of destruction.
Mhm.
And so she's like, who is it? And she's like, it's got to be Tara and Poppy, like her old caretakers or her old guardians, right? Because they're in Nightshade with her. So she's like, it's got to be them. So she goes up to them and she's like, you, my parents, you lied to me, and you're the wildling traitor that people are saying is out there doing all these bad things. And they're like, no, you're wrong on all accounts. And guess what? We didn't kill your parents. Even though we told you in the last book we did, we didn't your parents.
These two cannot like it's very snip snap snip from The Office. You wanted
It
me
really
to get a
is.
vasectomy, then you wanted me to undo the vasectomy, then you wanted me to get the vasectomy again.
Then they double down on this. There's a wildling traitor. They're like, you're not wrong though. It's not us. We didn't kill your parents, but you're not wrong. So then Aurora is leaving her messages from this other world, and she finds out that Aurora is trying to communicate with her beyond the grave or something. She thinks, right? She's getting this message from a pen. That's Aurora, basically. It's very Beauty and the Beast. But then she finds these things called scry. And they are like marks. The scries help her figure things out when it comes to like prophecies and kind of solving some things like that. Opening books, reading books. I'm going
Okay.
to jump because there's a few cute things we need to set up. So we're going to switch gears real quick. She has this adorable dragon, Wraith, and it's so sweet and it's so cute. And Lynx, at first, her bonded, hates the dragon, but then he really starts to love the dragon because Lynx is there with her, and the little dragon Wraith has bonded with Grim, and we get some adorably fluffy, like fantastic things. It's like ogre scenes, Papa Terra are traitors, and then you get this like adorable chapter all about flying on this dragon, right? They're trying to set up, her and Grim having like a domestic life, a love life. He's pouring his heart out to her, and she's like, yeah, I'm mad at you, but like, I do know I love you, basically. So then Oro comes and finds her. Like, he portals to her. He, skies stick to her.
For sure.
She is all about it. She's like, oh my God, she literally is just like on this flying time with Grim on the dragon. They're bonding. The tension is rising. Oro shows up. No, her and Grim.
Okay.
Then immediately after-ish, a little later, Oro shows up and she's like, oh my God, I miss you so much. And that's her the entire book.
So annoying. See, this is why I didn't want to read it. This is what I saw. I was like, I can't sit there through that.
And then she wants to hide Oro so Grim can't come find him and stuff like that. So then she goes out and she helps Grim with, like, they're trying to find where's this portal because they figure out that the creatures, the beasts, are coming through a portal and they need to shut the portal, storm, solve all that. So she's trying to help him. So then she goes back to Lightlark with Oro. Zed finds them and shoots her with an arrow. So then, obviously she's really injured. And then Oro's mad. He's like, I know you're a traitor. I just didn't want him to shoot you with an arrow. And then, of course, Oro's still in love with her. Right. So then, as one is, it should just be a different kind of book. It's no longer a love triangle. It's just they're all together. They're just all together. It is a throuple. Graham finds out and we get a delicious, who did this to you? How did you get shot? She kind of comes clean and she explains to him she's got these prophecies that have been shared to her by an ogre and then the blacksmith. She finally comes clean on everything the blacksmith said, and she's gonna die and all, storms, all these things. Well, remember her friend Saoirse?
Yeah, her tavern pal.
One night she goes out to do her vigilante justice, run into her friend. She's upset. So then her friend's acting a little weird, right? So like, come with me. She's acting a little weird. And there's all these people that also worked in the tavern that she's seen before. And they kind of all come together. And then they're all like, hey, Isla, we want you to kill us. And then basically she's got like a knife, and one of the guys runs his body through the knife, like himself on her knife.
What?
Because she's basically the prophesized one, the chosen one, if you will. They believe this old prophet where there was someone that'll come and save their world and create a new world. They think it's her. Everyone will die, basically like a cult, and there'll be a whole new world.
There's a cult?
Mhm. Basically, that
Okay.
follows the prophet. And Graham is like, I know there's a prophet. My ancestors told me about it, but I can't find anything about him. But like, he did exist. So there goes to friendship. They're gone.
Another friend lost.
Okay, I want to say in the middle part of this book, they have sex, Grim and Isla. How many times do you think?
Apparently a lot.
Back to back. They're like just insatiable for a little bit. It's like very quick. It's a few pages worth. They give in and they bang because they're saying they
Yeah.
still love each other. There's this tension, but she's mad at him. They give in, they do it. Then there's like this disturbance in the court where those people of Nightshade think she's a traitor, and rightfully so. So they're like, you're a traitor. And then she's like there's a commotion, and she's like, I need to distract everyone from this commotion. So then she just runs up and kisses Grim in front of like everyone to distract them from this commotion. And then they have sex 3 times within a short time period. I just want to call this out because I think this is what would bother you and maybe bother other readers. She then goes to Lightlark with Oro. She has a dream. She basically awake, tries to come on to Oro after having sex with Grim 3 times. Like she basically like tries to take his hand and like go downtown, and he stops it. Oro stops it. He doesn't say like, no, you're married. Oh. And this is also the 3 times sexy time with Grim. This is after their ceremony double marriage. And she agrees to it. He's like, will you marry me? He asks in a cute way. She, of course, says, she doesn't trust him. But she's like, yeah, I'll marry you again. And she's like, I know I need to do it. I know I need to marry him again for the court. She tells Oro that she married him a second time and that she loves her husband. And then she tries to get him to like, put his hand there, and he stops it. Well, then we like turn the page and we have a spicy dream that we don't know is a dream. She wears a dress and then
Is it
she
white?
goes to Oro. No, it's color is nondescript. Color is nondescript. And she goes to Oro and she's like, turn this gold so you can melt it off in her dream. And then they have spicy time. It's a dream, but she dreams about it. And she would have let things get physical had he not stopped it. She wanted it to get physical.
What the heck?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my question to you is, at what point is that like, I know it's a love
I think
triangle.
once you have the sex, it's over. It has to be.
Right. It's cheating now.
This was her dragging it out, dude. This is where she was
It
like, I'm going to
was.
make a 4th book.
This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it is a love triangle, but she, in my mind, when she agreed to remarry him,
Yeah.
with her memories, like her cognitive, like, I'm going to marry you again, she made her choice.
Because
So
how
this
are
is
they
not
going to
cheating.
wipe this slate clean? Maybe the one who dies is her.
Maybe. I actually saw a hilarious comment on TikTok that said that maybe she dies and then Grim and Oro get married.
One quick pin, though, is that
Yes.
Oro has stopped any time that they've tried to do more than kissing. He's stopped every single time.
That's true. That stays true to this book. I will answer your original question. Oro stopped any physicality happening other than kissing.
Good for him.
She betrays him. They go back and forth. She
Yeah.
steals from him. She betrays Grim. They go back and forth. And both of them are like, you're the only woman I'll ever love. You're my heart.
Mhm.
And then Oro's like, it'll always be you. I still go to the sea to see the color green of your eyes. Like, they're both obsessed with her. I know. She
Blech.
literally says till the end of the book, her heart is halved. She's in love with both. This I thought was this is wild to me. Grim is like trying, because she's like, I don't trust you. So Grim is trying to show her he loves her. And so he's doing all these sweet things, and she's always trying to make it sexual. Like, he takes
She's
her
a
to a
wildling,
chocolate
dude. She wants to
shop.
get weird.
She is a wildling. He takes her to a chocolate shop because he knows she loves chocolate. And she's like, no. I'd rather go to your room, basically. Like, this chocolate. I want to go to your
You
room.
can do both.
You can, right? Come on, priorities. Okay, remember that wildling traitor? We're closing up loose ends here.
Yeah.
Remember that wildling traitor? We find out who she is. She looks, okay, I'm going to pause here. Who do you think it is? The wildling traitor that's
My
doing all these
only
things.
guess is that it's her. Like in her
Which is
sleep.
what I thought. That's what I thought. And then she finds out she has a cousin. So the general that's like really close with Grim is her cousin. She's trying to like have a relationship with this cousin because she's like, you're my only family left. And the cousin's like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about it.
She's like, oh, I'm not really interested in like family.
Which then brings us to our big bad. Who's the traitor? Your vote is Isla, and that was my vote too. She goes and she finds this woman who's like, serpents are a thing. So then she follows the serpents and she sees who the wildling traitor is. And at first I thought it was her mom because she's like, hello, Isla. And she's like, you don't recognize me? You don't know me? So I'm like, oh, it's her mom. Remember how they said her parents aren't dead?
Yeah.
They didn't kill their parents. No, it is the original one of the 3 founders of Lightlark, and it's Lark Crown. So it's the OG wilding, one of the OG 3,
So is she
basically
like a
with godlike
reincarnation
powers.
then? Is that what we're getting at?
No, she never died. She never died. She was buried by her Nightshade lover, Cronin, when she was asleep, because she's uber powerful, but kind of evil, took her and buried her while she was sleeping, and he was her lover, so he betrayed her.
Okay.
So she just never died. But that gives us then a loophole in the prophecy because remember how the rulers are tied to the land, and if the rulers
Yeah.
die, it affects the land. Well, she can. I mean, she's not the last wildling. This Lark
Yeah.
Crown is. Well, she's crazy, and Lark literally is like, I mean, I consider you know, but she's like, but I can use you instead. Because at first, Isla totally does this thing. You're my family.
Of
You're
course.
which actually is hard.
She's just shooting any shot she has. She's like, the cousin wouldn't
absolutely
take me.
is.
What about you? You're my family.
Exactly.
Family? Ohana?
Which is actually so sad. But
It is.
of course, Lark is like, nah, not about you either. But she's like super evil. So she straight up says, I'm trying to destroy this world so I can create a new one. So you all gotta die. So she's the one that's been going and robbing graves because she can make dead people come back to life as like zombie soldiers. So there's all these soldiers that
Okay.
are hers, but they're of all the different realms, right? So they'll be like, they think a coup is happening because they see Nightshade soldiers like marching towards them. That's really hard to say.
For sure, for sure.
Nightshade soldiers because she can control the dead. So they're all like, how are we going to defeat her? She can jump from world to world. Like she can go from Nightshade to Lightlark. So they need to kind of resurrect Cronin to also help deal with her. But we learned that Cronin is really close to like Kronos in Greek mythology
Mhm.
because he kills his kids. So the Nightshade ruler would make his kids like battle out who was the most powerful, and only the most powerful child would live. And then he would the other children. And like every Nightshade has done that. That's why my heart also broke for Grim. He never had anybody. Like his dad, all his siblings. That's why Grim is so sad. The only person Grimm's ever loved is Isla because like his
Right.
family's so terrible. And yeah,
For sure.
for sure, for sure. Okay. So then we get to this confrontation because the Lark is literally like murking everybody. You know,
Right.
they think they're going to lose this battle. The blacksmith shows up again. We learn the blacksmith's name, which is like Farrar. And he tells her again, you're either going to save the world or you're going to like end the world. But I think you're going to save the world, obviously, because Lark's trying to end the world. Then he is like, there is another world that I'm from, like the blacksmith is from, remember?
The one he popped in from. He was like, surprise.
Where she can die. And you can also bring back people that you from the dead. So the blacksmith tells her about this other world. Who do you think actually their parents? Because we're confirmed it's not Poppy, it's not Tara. Isla's parents.
Is it going to be like Oro?
It was Isla. As a baby, she cried. Her first cry brought the castle down and smushed them. So she's the one that did it. She finds out from Poppy and Tara that they've been hiding it all this time. And so that's why they gave her like a specific medal that made her powerless growing up, because they wanted to train her to be able to control it because she was so powerful. She was like super powerful baby, could cry, bring buildings down.
It's like the Incredibles. Jack's.
Basically.
Jack.
So then she's like, great, I can go to this other world. I can bring back my family because I murked them. And I can also, you know, get rid of Lark. Like Lark can die in this other world. What do you think is the name of the other world?
Otherworld.
Skyshade.
Ah. I let the
And that's-
world burn.
Basically. So then we're battling, we have chapter upon chapter in between these plot points of just tension with Grim. Oh, but I love Grim, but I can't trust him, but my heart still loves Oro. And then she's with Oro, and Oro's like, literally, you'll never be a traitor to me. It's always going to be you. I'm mad, but it's always going to be you. And then she's like, I love you too, Oro. And then we just have tons of chapters going back and forth, even till the end. Okay. To the end. She's with Oro, and then she can't feel her connection with Grim in this battle because they're not together. And she's having a panic attack. She can't feel Grim. But then she literally tells Oro she still loves him. Like, she still just told him that. So that's pretty much where we leave the book. The last cliffhanger of how we end this book is that Isla and Lark go through the portal to Skyshade, because we're going to end on that, and they're going to battle it out. She needs to off Lark and bring back all the people she's murdered, basically, from the dead, from Skyshade.
This also kind of gives her a loophole for the ending part too, because she's supposed to either Oro or Grim. The loophole is you take him to Skyshade.
Exactly, and you can just bring it back.
It's like
And
it's too hard of a boon almost.
True. I liked the cliffhanger. I was shocked it was Lark, because I totally thought the wildling traitor doing all these bad things was just her.
Yeah.
Because she even says she wakes up covered in dirt. So you're like, yeah, it's you digging these graves. You're covered in dirt. Like,
why are you so dirty then?
Exactly. But my heart really hurt for Grim. It didn't hurt for Oro. I don't know why. Then also there's this part earlier in the book where she tells Oro about her vigilante justice, going out there and getting the bad people. And he's like, I don't recognize you anymore. And, he does that.
Didn't he say that to her in the last book too?
I thought so.
He hasn't recognized her in 2 books.
He only liked her in book 1, probably.
Yeah.
Or like who she was in book 1. And Grim, of course, does you could, I love you for who you are, all your dark parts. I already knew you were doing this. Like, how did you think I didn't know where you were sneaking off to at night? Like, I already knew you were doing this, and I love you no matter what. So,
well, I'm kind of glad I didn't read it. I'm probably going to still read Oro, Grim, and the last book.
Yes.
But I just did not want to read all the tension between them. Honestly, that's when she extended this to another book, I was like, I could probably skip this book.
Yeah. I think so. I think unless you want to read a lot of back and forth between the relationships, this is strong mood swings. That's why I said she's a good friend that you're like, hold your horses.
Yeah.
You're not bad. You're not a bad person, but you cut it out. Snip it. Snip, snap. Stop.
You just want to be like, knock it off.
Yes, exactly. She's changing her character a little bit. The author is changing her character, basically.
Well, I appreciate you spoiling it for me so that I don't have to read it. Like I said, I will finish this series. I probably won't read Skyshade because I feel good about your summary. And honestly, when you extend it to another book, it's always not what everybody wanted it to be.
No,
Like, I bet you Skyshade initially was going to get dropped after she killed one of them. And the blacksmith was going to come forward and be like, you can save them if only you go to Skyshade. And she would have gone to Skyshade and saved him and then picked one of the, you know what I mean? All right. Don't forget to find us on Instagram and TikTok at Sippin' on Spice. And also like and subscribe. Follow us here. We're going to get lots more content.
Cheers.
Cheers.